Good Tuesday morning of the ninth week. And again, I'm going to go to St. Mark's Gospel. This is a really powerful gospel in its own way. We're so used to it, I think we don't pay much attention to it. But you want to see how radical Christianity is. It transforms everything. I'll show you. Some Pharisees and Herodians were sent to Jesus to ensnare him in his speech. They came and said to him, "Teacher, we know that you're a truthful man, and that you are not concerned with anyone's opinion. You do not regard a person's status, but teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. Is it lawful to pay the census tax to Caesar or not? Should we pay or should we not pay?" Knowing their hypocrisy, he said to them, Why are you testing me? Bring me a denarius." They brought one to him, and he said to them, "Whose image and inscription is this?" They replied to him, "Caesar's." So Jesus said, "Well, then repay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God." They were utterly amazed at his answer, at him, see? Now, to you and me, that may not mean much, but in the ancient world, you couldn't make a distinction between the civil order and the cultic or religious order. They were the same. In fact, it was religion that justified the state. It was thus justified the authority of the king. But what our Lord does there is he separates the two. He shows you the legitimacy of a secular state. Pay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give God what belongs to God. They are not identical, you see. That's really, you could see the foundation of the emergence of the secular state. Actually, Rome, okay? Even the Greeks. But to say that to a Jew was extremely important, because to the Jew, to the Pharisees and the Herodians, what you're saying is to an extraordinarily religious person, an exceptionally religious person, that there are two realms, the secular realm and the religious realm. And the secular realm has its own legitimacy, its own authority. Give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, you see? And to God what belongs to God. They're not identical, but they're both our responsibility. And we see that. You and I, we obey the laws of the state. And if they have a draft, some of the citizens are drafted into the service to serve the nation, and sometimes to give their lives for the nation. You see? Yeah. And the Constitution doesn't depend upon religion, but upon the will of the government, the will of the governed, you see. And if we want to change the Constitution, we don't turn to religion, we turn to Congress and the means by which we can address contemporary needs in the light of the Constitution. And we make our laws accordingly, you see. It's not a religious matter. It's a profoundly secular one, but it's binding on us because of our commitment to the rule of law in society. We can't live without it. And the beauty of the secular state is, since it's not religiously founded, we are profoundly pluralistic. So you could be a Jew, a Muslim, you could be a Hindu and Christian. Doesn't make any difference. You are still an American citizen, and you have the identical rights of any citizen. That is a magnificent. We're governed by the Constitution and the appropriate derivative government that comes from the Constitution. You see? It doesn't say you have to be a Christian. Even if it were influenced by Christian ethics, it doesn't make any difference. The Constitution is the Constitution. And the laws of the land are in this sense, not inimical to, but indifferent to religion, in the sense that we are bound by the laws of the land. You see? Where it becomes a conflict, of course, is when the law of the land conflicts with the moral order. Okay, and that's where we have an issues. We have those issues. The two of them, the abortion is a key one, you see. And one could make an argument for the word won't come to me. What's the matter with me? In the forms of punishment, capital punishment. See, gets that it's influenced by religion, but it is still rational. So, for instance, if we are to argue against abortion, we can't appeal to the faith. We have to use reason, because it has to be credible, what we're saying, and convincible, if that's the right word, to a pure atheist or a Jew or a Muslim, a Hindu. Doesn't make any difference who it is.
You wanna go for a little ride?
Yeah.